I'm Chrissy Amundson with She's Venturing as my nonprofit organization, and Venturing Paradise, which is the real estate brokerage that partners with that nonprofit. Our initiative is environmental preservation and sustainable travel. It's all started from, kind of ambition and clarity that says one person can make significant change in the world, and why isn't that one person me? And it's grown from there. With other people who are like-minded venturers that want to make a difference as well, who see the need for preservation efforts, who understand that tourism and travel are important, but there are sustainable ways that we can do that to save our planet and aim for cleaner oceans. And so that is what our focus is primarily. So for 2023, our Destination Do Good is the cross-country mission from coast to coast. So part of that, showing that each person can make a difference, is collectively getting that word out to people and showing them firsthand with our feet on the ground that you can do that. So we have currently 57 stops planned around the country. We have never done something this large, so we'll see how that goes, and if we'll adjust, we know that's just the name of the game. But that initiative is really going to spread the word about what She's Venturing does. We do partner with a lot of other nonprofit organizations for our awareness events. So we have partnerships with Mission Blue and the Ocean Cleanup. Our idea was, why reinvent the wheel if there are organizations out there doing amazing things? Let's just spread the word and support them in what they're doing. So our primary goal is that awareness, and is convincing others that their abilities and their time matters when they're contributing. As far as what we do locally in Key West, you'll see us a lot at beach cleanups, partnering with Surfrider Florida Keys and their initiatives. When the ocean is in your own backyard, it's very easy to see the need for that preservation. So a lot of our initiatives have become really local, getting people involved, and it's feet on the ground. So it's a very organic effort. We do also have a retail segment of what we do, because the profits from that solely benefit our causes and our nonprofit organization going forward. So that's all travel things, as well as backpacks and weekender bags, fun tank tops, things like that, working with some other organizations that are producing eco-friendly materials. That's our goal, is to get those out. If you're going to buy a backpack, a tank top, anything like that, to buy one that benefits an organization or that is helping save the earth, that's a big deal. So that's a little bit about what we do. And then, the real estate brokerage with that, we figure if you're going to be here in Key West and you're going to be purchasing property, why not do some good for the local community that you're joining? So Venturing Paradise, partnered with She's Venturing, is that initiative to kind of get people that are coming here to understand why preservation is important. Like I said, when the ocean is your own backyard, it's very easy to see why that preservation is needed. Yes. My start, it's interesting. It started in journalism and media studies, and I think that's where some of the visibility to the needs for awareness came in. And then when I've, kind of gone into the real estate world, that gave me a lot of flexibility for my schedule, which allowed me to travel more. Then once you travel and you go to other places and you see things firsthand, it becomes even more obvious. So it started with hearing about things, it turned into seeing things, and then it just became a passion of mine to kind of document that travel and show people things. Part of what the biggest initiative for me starting off was, She's Venturing because I was a young solo female traveler, and answering those questions about how to be safe and where to go and what to do, that was important to me. And so that travel blog kind of just naturally turned into something bigger, and it continues to grow every year. But that's how it all started.
It was Chrissy, correct? So you mentioned that you have products that help support the profits, help support some of the nonprofits that you're partnering with or yourself. What would be the best way to access some of these retail products?
The retail products are on shesventuring.org. We have the shop at the top there. There are some specific, for example, we partnered with Florida State Parks last year. We partnered with Florida State Parks last year, so we did some t-shirts and tank tops with kind of a park graphic, and it said, "I clean up nice," and that was for our cleanup at the park. So any profits from those particular shirts or tanks went to Florida State Parks specifically. So you'll see some stuff on there for American Cancer Society or the Ocean Clean.
COVID pandemic, how did you pivot? So Derek asked the questions to the 4 panelists.
I guess I'll start the little thing. So for us, because what we do is a lot of awareness, we just really continued with our online campaigns. There was a lot of people sitting at home looking at the internet all day during that time. So we really took advantage of that and used that as kind of our foundation building to get our name out. And then once doors were open, people were looking for things to do outside. So that really during that COVID time, it was beneficial for us as long as we were kind of in that social media and marketing mindset during that time. We were still doing some of our outdoor events, but much smaller scale. It just was giving us something to show that we were doing. We were in parks or on beaches, just less people. You know, we had all the COVID precautions in place, but people could see us out still doing good and see our digital footprint during that time. And so we didn't really have too much trouble. I think it actually benefited us.
I think we had another question as well.
Oh, just on your entrepreneurship, does your supervisors always make sure they treat their employees fair?
It was actually just recently that we were prompted to develop a very clear code of ethics, what our kind of based on our mission and our mindset, what we believe to be important, and then now because we work with volunteers, not employees, currently, that we look for those same ethics with our volunteers. So it's along the lines of treat people how you want to be treated, but it does go into detail. So that's something that I had not yet done, but something that I would recommend for other entrepreneurs is to think about and clearly define your own morals and ethics, and then align yourself with people who fall with those as well.